Okay, so it's been 37 minutes and I have only this piece left. And this is what we're going to be trimming off. All this. This looks pretty clean on the bottom. We're going to get rid of that. So 37 minutes later, this is what I've done. It takes time. Like I said, it's the least favorite of what I like to do. But we'll trim this off. Now the electric knife that I've been using is more forgiving. If that blade hits your fingers, it won't cut you like this knife, a fixed blade knife will, that's real sharp. But you can see how this is coming off pretty good. But you just want to cut all that stuff off. Now let your knife be your guide. If your knife won't cut it, you don't want to eat it. So this got to go. And it'll follow that skin pretty well. And this is a really sharp knife. But you can see how it just follows. Now, I can't speak for the meat processors, but I guarantee a lot of this goes right through the grinder and gets mixed in with the meat. I don't know if it makes a difference. The grinder will chew up a lot of things. And a lot of this silver skin gets hung up in the grinder, in the auger part. So you never even get it in your meat. But I go ahead and get rid of it right out of the bat and don't have to worry about it because I want to make sure I'm not eating this crap. Make sure I'm getting good video. Yeah, there you go. After I slice up this meat, I want to cut it up in about baseball, a little smaller than baseball size, like little New York strips, because that goes right down in my grinder really well. I don't want really little pieces, but because then you have a lot to deal with. See, this is a perfect piece. You can just stick it right down in the grinder and it'll grab it and bring it right on through. So this was the final part of the meat prep for the grinder. And after I cut it up in these slices, these steaks, I just rinse them off in the sink and all the hair comes off really easy. So the hair's not an issue. It's just pain in the butt to deal with along the way. So I'll hit this with the electric knife. Be close to my finger. It's really nice when people ask you if you want to do their deer, and you can tell them, yeah, if you bring me the meat that you want to eat already cleaned up, then you don't have to deal with all this. But if they don't clean the meat up, I don't think they're going to get that good of a end result on their meat. Last thing you want is to give them some meat that's real chewy. And I'm probably looking at several pounds of trimmings from 18.5 pounds of meat. Now you don't have to get every little bit, but if your knife won't cut it, it needs to go. There's a little bit on the end, see that? Get my pliers. A little bit right here in the center, and I'm gonna call this one good. So I'll take this and cut it in half. Now you got 2 pieces of meat that'll go right down in. They're ready for the grinder. All I gotta do is rinse off. See the hair? Rinse off the hair. Throw it in a meat lug. Ready to be ground.